Let's focus. Business. Okay, we're going to talk about how to get students for your classes and how to get employed by other places and all of this, okay? Because, of course, the most important thing about being a kids yoga teacher is being an awesome kids yoga teacher. But if you don't have students, you can't be a teacher. And in this world, especially in places like Sydney, to have students, you need to be a little bit of a businesswoman too. Okay? So just a few very quick tips. We do also have a mentorship program. It's a 300 program where we mentor you through both the business and teaching part of having a yoga business or teaching classes. And it's a really cool thing. Besides lots of resources that come with this and Skype conversations with us and so on, it consists of really cool assignments that make you go out there and explore new things and try different things so that by the end of all of this you can have your new yoga that's your own, okay? That's what the program is designed to do. So I have some postcards about the mentorship program, and then you can have them later. But I'm going to give you the most important tips now. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. The first rule of business is the law of karma. Do unto others what you want them to be unto you, or be nice to everyone. It's worth a lot of money, or lots of everything. I mean, being nice is the most important thing in business, okay? So be nice to everyone. Be nice to your students, to their parents, to people you work for at schools or community centers. Be nice to other kids yoga teachers. Don't worry about competition. If Sally advertises kids yoga in my neighborhood, it will bring more students to my class too. Okay? Don't worry. We work together, okay? Together we will all have more classes, more students. Okay? And I will need her one day. I want to go to vacation in Italy. Okay? So I say, hey, can you fill in for me? You know, it's important to make those connections and make a community around it. And if we don't do this, business becomes unpleasant, and who wants to do it? I hate business like that. Why? Work should be fun. Business should be fun. Why should it be cutthroat, blah, blah, blah? No, we don't want this. I won't do business with you, if that's how you do it. Okay? So be nice really will solve all of your problems. You really don't need to worry about anything else, okay? People will talk about you and everyone will come to your classes, okay? Now, the second principle is the principle of first impression, okay? People decide in about 5 seconds if to take your classes or not, if to hire you or not, and they don't even know this, okay? So usually before they see your advertising materials, thank you. So it is important to invest in your advertising materials, okay? Another thing is people don't have time to read. So when you prepare advertising materials, lots of pictures or a big picture and few words. I don't read anything, especially not advertising. Why? Because I don't have time for this, okay? So the picture should say it all. And in the name of your business, there should already be like kids, yoga, children, something like this, so it will be self-explanatory what it is. Otherwise, I need to read the little letters too, and I don't have time for this, okay? So it needs to be included there. Don't call it Angel's Magic. And then I won't understand it's yoga without reading all of the big description that I don't have time to, okay? So the name, lots of pictures, and paying attention to details. If you make a brochure and you take pictures in the park, make sure that the background is not some dry bushes or the rubbish bins. Okay, you want to have flowers, rainbows, something in the background. And if you don't know how to use Photoshop, make sure you pay attention to it in your advertising materials. Now, everyone wants to be happy, so you can't put pictures of grumpy kids that it's painful for them to do the yoga poses. Everyone needs to be smiling in the picture. It is very important. Thanks, a little bit later. Thank you very much. Okay, so now advertising materials, you need to create something that people will keep, because one of the principles in advertising is multiple exposure. Okay, if people see it just once, they don't see it. You know, in the city, you're exposed to about like 8,000 or 10,000 advertising a day. Some crazy number like this, I'm serious. Okay? You think people will see you if they see it just once? They won't see it. Okay, it's multiple exposure. So if you create something nice, they will keep it and they will keep looking at it. Okay? You want to create something that they won't put in the rubbish bin. And it works better if you create something that is useful for them. Like a magnet is great. A beautiful picture and just, private yoga classes, private family yoga classes or yoga birthday parties. By the way, yoga birthday party, I charge $500 and I only come for an hour and a half. Okay? It's a good business and it's lots of fun. And the only thing that I do extra than a regular class is that I meet with the child before, or if we can't, we talk on the phone and I ask them about the things that they love and their interest, and I create the class according to this. So it can be a Harry Potter class, a Scooby-Doo class, or high school musical, okay? So yoga birthday parties are cool. Okay, so a magnet. They put a magnet on their fridge. They open their fridge like 100 times a day. They'll keep seeing it. Eventually, they'll call you. Okay, so things like this. Maybe, there are magnets with calendars. Something like that. Something that they will keep. Otherwise, you're just wasting your money. Now, very, very important for you to know about those things, about advertising for kids yoga. Kids yoga is very, very local. Okay? Why? Because parents don't want to drag their kids a long distance for anything, including kids yoga. Why? Because it's a headache to put your kids in the car and drive them around for like an hour. It's not going to happen. All right? You'll do.
I drive for an hour to take my kids.
Great, but that's why you came to take the course, so that you'll have yoga in the neighborhood, because it is very hard. So you are very devoted, but, Yeah, but it's difficult. So when you advertise, it is mostly in the neighborhood. So when you advertise your yoga classes, do not advertise nationwide, because you'll be wasting your money. Okay? And if you're in a big city like Sydney, don't even advertise in the whole city. Focus on your neighborhood. You will get a much better return for your time and for your money. Okay, so in the neighborhood, put postcards, magnets in people's mailboxes. Or you can do it through the post office. It's not very expensive. They have this service. Okay? So focus on the neighborhood is one of the best suggestions that I can give you. Okay? And put your advertising materials wherever parents go, which is everywhere. Okay, so yes, some schools, especially private ones, or if your kids go, then son will be happy for you to put it in the kids' bags or give it out at the gate. Not all places, okay? And coffee shops, grocery stores, places like kids' clothing, toy stores, many of them will agree to put it. So ask around, okay? Some cities are more communal than Sydney, and they have some bulletin boards in the streets too, or in the parks, and you're allowed to put stuff in coordination with the council or not. So that's a thing that works well.
When you charge $500 for a birthday party, what demographic is that? Is that in the city?
Yes.
And he is
No, some people can charge even more. Some people do charge more. I'm relatively cheap with this, I can tell you. I don't know, how much does a magician charge now?
$500-600.
Yeah.
For half an hour.
Yeah.
Sometimes kids' parties, half an hour, it's like $500.
Right. So it's not expensive, guys. It's okay. Yeah, it's a good business. And I did before many times actually worked with another person that did like puppet show or balloon things or face painting, and we did it together, and we charged more and we shared the money. And I don't even bring food. I mean, that's their job, I just come there for an hour or an hour and a half. Yep.
What do you do about space? Like, is it outside or inside, or
For
space is like a space for them to do it in?
you mean specifically birthday party or in general?
Yes, sorry, birthday parties, yeah.
Birthday party, yeah. Some people in cities, a lot of buildings, they have a communal space somewhere in the building. I'm not sure how it works in Sydney. Yeah. Yeah, so sometimes it's in a park, sometimes it's in a community center, sometimes they are hiring something from the council, and sometimes in buildings they have a communal space on the bottom or something. So, that's okay too. It just limits the number of the people in the birthday party, but they are aware of it. And that's fine. Not a problem. Okay, moving on from birthday parties, guys. Let's do it together. What was I talking about? Posters and stuff like this that you hang. Don't forget to put your contact details, and don't expect people to remember your website or phone number. So I have either tear off, so what I do even more, I have my business card with a paper clip, so people can take this. And the new thing, it's already old, but the new thing is those QR code things. You see, so people can connect to it with their phone, and it takes them directly to your website. Yeah, like this. You know this? You can pass it around.
What's it called?
QR code. So everyone has it on their iPhone, okay? They put the iPhone on this, and it takes them directly to your website. Okay, and it's free to create one. Just search QR codes on the internet. All right, so this is all like this kind of physical things, but then there's the internet. All right, don't advertise in the yellow pages, because no one looks there anymore. And by the way, advertising in like other printed advertising, like in magazines and even local newspapers, that usually doesn't work. It costs so much money, tons, and it doesn't bring almost anything. But this is paid advertising in those magazines. If you can get them to write an article about you, that's a different story. Then it does bring people to your classes. Now, sometimes they don't have time to write articles. If you write the article, that's even better. You write the article, and they'll be happy usually to include where are your classes, your website, your contact details. And that's one for write something inspiring about kids and how yoga can help them in the family, in the classroom, in I don't know what. Okay, or do something really cool. Free yoga in the park every Saturday morning. Yoga in juvenile jails, something like this. Okay, and then it's more interesting for them to write about. So do cool things and it will happen. Okay? Yoga at the beach with sunset every sometime. Okay? What else? Yes, so the internet. You need to have a website. Now you can invest $10,000 in your website, and that will be awesome. And it will be Google optimized, and it will be easy for people to find you. And look, those things are good, but they are for people who have bigger companies. When you start your business, you don't want to spend this amount of money, and you can build a free website, or almost free, through different things on the internet. And there's even a list of suggestions in the manual. Okay, but you need a website, lots of pictures, and some descriptions, and it's a whole art how to make Google find you, which we don't have time to talk about now. That's the mentorship program. Now, Facebook. Facebook is more important than a website.
Yeah.
Okay? That's where people look. So you have a group, and you give people like nice things on Facebook, like some interesting content, and you can do photo contests and all kinds of things to encourage people to join your Facebook page. And that's the best way to reach, especially in your neighborhood. Okay, now both on Facebook and on Google, there's this thing called the Google Ads or Facebook Ads. And the amazing thing about this is that it's so market specific, because the more you focus on the market that you want to reach, the farther the money that you invest, the farther the return from the money that you invest is. Okay? If you advertise everywhere to everyone, you will spend a lot of money and get very little back. And with those ads, for example, you will see our Rainbow Kids Yoga ads on Facebook or Google, only if specifically you have the word yoga and the word children somewhere in your Facebook, and this is the kind of groups you are interested in. That's when you're going to see it, otherwise you won't see it. And I only pay for it if you click on those ads, so never click on them again. Right. You go directly to our website. Don't be lazy. Yes, it's true. Okay, so they are so specific. You can say only in this neighborhood of Sydney I want people to see it. Only people from this age to this age group. Only people who have kids. Only people who have those keywords on the website and work in those professions. You can be so specific. Okay? And it works very well. But it's a whole art again, and you can spend lots of money on it if you're not careful, so on and so on. But I'm just mentioning those very important tools that exist today. Okay, now, this is all when you are responsible of getting the students, when it's in your own space or you hire a space and so on and so on. The other side of it is when you are trying to get a job with other people, right? Let's say a school or community center or a gym or a library and so on and so on. Now, the best strategy in those places is you offer a free trial class, okay? So what I usually do, I prepare like a folder. I even have this slideshow on a CD, and it has material like what is kids yoga, the benefits, and about me and my classes and all of this. And I walk into those places. I search on Google. Let's say I would move into Sydney. I would search in Google all of the schools, preschools, kindergartens, daycare centers in my area. And I will walk to each one of those places with this package. Hey, look, I'm doing these awesome things. Everyone loves it. We don't even need to talk about it. Let me come and demonstrate. I'll offer a free trial class. Hey, I'll keep the kids busy for an hour. It's going to be tons of fun. Okay, and let's schedule it now. All right, I'm Israeli, so. Okay, and the majority of places will schedule it with me. Okay, it's the first impression. You need to come. You're cool. You do it. Okay, you're excited about it. You really love the kids. Okay, and then you go and you do free trial classes. Now, some places, yes, they just want a free class, but a lot of places will end up hiring you because they'll see how awesome it is. It gives you a chance to practice, and for the community to get to know you. And on the way, you get lots of classes. So for a couple of months, you offer free trial classes. Let's say you offer 100 free trial classes. At the end of this, you can easily have 20 classes a week. And I'm saying classes that you return to every week, which is a great salary. Okay? A better salary than owning your own yoga studio, I can tell you this. Okay? Yes, no, yeah, because you don't have overhead expenses. So it's a wonderful thing to do. After you have enough classes, you don't offer any more free trial classes. Okay, then you can have a trial class, but it's with payment. Okay.
Can I get an idea of what is a fair price to charge?
Okay, about prices, don't ask me. No, but I'll no. But I'll tell you how to figure it out. You have to do a market research. Look, it's one price here in Sydney, and another price. There's someone here from Western Australia, right? And another price in some town no one ever heard of somewhere, you know? I don't know what, because I never heard about it. Yes. Okay, so that's expensive. But yeah, you know, there are all kinds of small towns. It all depends. So let's do it together, guys. Together. So it's different prices at different places. So you have to do a market research. So you call, hello, how much is your ballet class for my child? Hello, your karate class. Ah, how much is it? And you can charge a little bit more for yoga than people charge for karate or ballet. People will pay a little bit more. Okay, but you have to do this research because the prices vary from place to place. Okay, or talk to each other after the training. We don't have time for this discussion now, but there are lots of people here who already teach classes and can give you advice about that. Okay? Like Tasmania is a different price than Sydney. Sydney is more expensive. Okay, for sure. Okay. So, yes, free trial classes, blah blah. I think that's most of it. Okay. And for family yoga, I usually charge the same price for parents and kids to come together, and it's cheaper if you bring a second sibling and so on and so on. Yes, and again, I want to emphasize, don't do drop-in classes. Encourage people to register for a long time. I do 3 months minimum. It's cheaper if you register for 6. Cheaper if you register for the whole year, which is like 9 or 10 months. And on the other hand, never refuse anyone. If someone doesn't have money or they are in some difficulty, yes, you can always do an exchange or have some kind of an arrangement. Yeah. Yes, I'm going to send you a special logo which says certified by Rainbow Kids Yoga. You cannot call your company Rainbow Kids Yoga, yeah, but you will have this logo that you can use on your website or your brochure, certified by Rainbow Kids Yoga, and you can put this on with the link to our website and all of this. I'm going to send some instructions, and that's really easy, and there are no extra fees or anything like this. Yeah, but we do also have a program, Rainbow Kids Yoga Centers. And we have 5 around the world now, in Tokyo, Tel Aviv, Austin, Texas, and Madrid, Spain. So in those places, they call it Rainbow Kids Yoga Center, and it's a different kind of agreement. So if you're interested in this. Yes, that will be the Rainbow Village. Yes, but it's still under construction.